Hey, energy party people. That's right. It's time for another rousing intergalactic um, favorite show. Words not coming. All right, so we're going to smudge the space and get ready for whoever wants to show up today. And today is finally a federal holiday for Juneteenth. Yay! Anyway, so while I'm smudging the space, let's play my beautiful theme song.
You're magic, magic. You're magic. Magic Mondays with Colleen.
Okay, enough of that. All right. I have to say, I feel good today. I don't feel very chatty, but that'll probably change. Yeah, this might be a short one. Yeah, right. Okay. And he said, "How dare you?" All right. So that being said, welcome to Magic Mondays. I'm your hostess, Colleen McCann. Yeah, and let's see. So it looks like Yvonne is here. Good morning, happy Juneteenth, happy anniversary. Oh yeah, so it's me and Dave's wedding anniversary. We've been married 16 years now, which is lovely. Um, yeah, and spoiler, we still really love each other, which is great. I have to say, what a stupid comment. It's really great to be in love with your own husband, or whoever you're with. Yeah. And here's a little picture of it was later that evening after our county clerk wedding on a Tuesday afternoon. And this is us, happy as clams. We were in the little backyard space of the flat I was renting, the only time I've ever lived by myself, and it was so beautiful. And that's my redwood tree that was in my little backyard space. Anyway, and that's us, yeah, just being a couple of crazy kids. Um, yeah, and it's funny. Yeah, it's like I really do still feel like we're a couple of crazy kids, and now Dave's what, 61 and I'm 57. Yeah, and we just kind of felt like we were just starting fresh and new, and we were in our 40s, and I just think that's funny. Anyway, oh, hey, Roy's here. Okay, well, oh shoot. So welcome, Roy, and welcome anybody watching in the future too. I kind of forget about saying that. I do not go off of a script. I know you find that hard to believe, but my life is very unscripted. But let's play a few theme songs, shall we? I had it all set up and where to go. Okay, well, first of all, here you go, Yvonne. Yvonne is in the house. Check her out. And Roy, let's find yours. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, there you are. I passed it. Here you go, Roy.
He's a CPA and he's here today. It's Roy. Hi, Roy.
Okay. Well, I know you tuned in just for that, Roy. Anyway, well, I'm glad you're here. Yeah. So, well, let's just get to my book. So I finally got my first round of edits back. And so I can't stand to just sit and read on my computer. So I decided to print it all out. And it's kind of funny. As as I was going to print out, so basically I'm going to start with reading um Julie, my editor. She made a lot of suggestions and I guess tiny little rewrites and this and that. And she advised me to read my book just with her edits, like, but without seeing the edit marks. So I'm not like accepting or declining her edits yet. I'm just reading it, just kind of Julie's version of my book. Um, and before I saw the edits, Dave and I woke up last week sometime, and he's like, "What if?" So what I sent her was like 200 pages, at least the way I had it formatted, like a robot. And Dave's like, "Oh, what if her version is only 50 pages? Ha ha ha." And then when I realized I need to print this out on paper so I can just read it anywhere and not make myself crazy on the computer. And as I was printing it out, it showed 75 pages and my heart sank like, "Oh my God, was it that bad that she felt the need to cut out like most of it?" Um, no, it was just being weird. And it turns out like the way she spaced it and set it up like to be printed, um, it's like 263 pages. So, and I have this weird thing about it needs to be over 200 pages, which is bullshit. Like whatever. Yeah, so I know that's really exciting. Um, yeah, so basically I printed it out and now I'm trying to reread it and I'm having a hard time. But I challenge myself to just open it up to any page. And I've done this like several times now, and every time I read something like, "Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite things I wrote." And I know it's chock full of those, but starting to reread it again is so fucking boring to me. Probably just because I've started over so many times with this book. Anyway, blah 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 blah. But it's like I wrote that many pages. I'm just fascinated because writing, um, yeah, hasn't been my favorite thing. So that being said, but this needed to come out of me, and it's really helped me to hear. I was talking to Yvonne the other day, and because she's writing a book too, as I've mentioned, um, and she said she talked to a friend of hers when she started writing her book. A friend of hers in New York. I'm not sure what New York has to do with it, but it sounds more exciting and more legit of somebody writing a book. Anyway, which is dumb. But she told me that her friend warned her because she'd written a book. She warned her that, you're doing it because you have to, you need to. And I totally get it because I needed to get this out of me because I want to share some magic with people in case it helps. Um, because I find it really fucking empowering, what I've shared. So anyway, but her friend said, you have to do it. That's why you're doing it. Um, and it's going to be the hardest. I forget. Sorry, Yvonne, what you said exactly, but it's going to be like the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. Ain't it the truth? I'm kinda glad I didn't know that going in, and because I had to do it, but yeah. Ooh, look who's here. You can do it, you're close to the finish line. Thanks, Jenna. And and Yvonne chimes in, "Yep." But let's see, I'm pretty sure Jenna's usually working at this time, um but being a federal holiday, Juneteenth, um, let's play her theme song.
Jana,
Jana,
Jana, Jana is here today. Hey,
I can tell by the recording that I was trying to be quiet, so Dave was probably home and I was feeling stupid doing this. Anyway, welcome, Jenna. It's nice to have you here. Yeah, do I have any more whining to do around my book? Mm. Oh, I did attend. I watched a, Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul guy. I watched, like a little webinar he put on, a free webinar, uh, and ultimately and it was like an hour and a half, and I stuck through the whole thing, and I got some good ideas, but it was basically for writers, and he and another dude who I'm sure is famous, anyway, they did this seminar about for like wherever you are in the writing process. Ultimately, the whole thing culminated into an offer of they're looking for 17 people, 17 writers, to work with them virtually, like on Zoom, and get really, you know, hardcore, laser focused expert advice to each participant. And like Jack Canfield then and I love him, by the way. I've historically I loved Chicken Soup for the Soul. And I did a really cool week-long seminar. It was at Lake Las Vegas. We stayed at the Ritz hotel. All the food was provided, and it was just like day after day of amazingness. And he never missed a beat. Like, damn, that guy is good. And I got to meet super cool people and some really great guest stars. And yeah, it was super fun. So I'm a big fan. So that's why I watched this seminar. But basically at the end of it, it's the 17 person limit. And one of the things you get, and I'll get to what it cost in a second. That's kind of the interesting part. But everyone gets focused time, like coaching in front of all the rest of the participants. Um, and ultimately, you get a personal interview by Jack Canfield around your book that you can put on social media and stuff. But let's keep that on hold for a second. It's 11:11 in on the West Coast, and let's just show this picture of Dave and me again for our anniversary. So it's 11:11. So make a wish. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So basically, so you get this interview, a taped interview that you get to share forever, I guess, on your social media. And then Jack Canfield talks about promotes your book on to his million plus subscribers on Twitter or whatever social media. And it's like I was talking to Dave about this the other day. It just kind of felt once again, I'm a fan, and this isn't to be disparaging about these two fellows, but basically, the price of this 2-day, this like weekend webinar, masterclass, and mastermind group, as they said, it's $12,000. And he talked about when he and Victor Hansen were making the chicken soup books, or when they wrote the first one, which they didn't really even write, did they? Isn't it just a bunch of guest authors? But anyway, but when apparently they say they shopped around like 140 publishers, um, and then finally this publishing house that was about to go out of business took them on, and the rest is history, and everyone made buttloads of money. Um, and he talked about he and Mark Victor Hansen were each like $140,000 in debt, like in trying to you know, do all the courses and do all the everythings and talk to all the experts in order to do this. And yeah, sure, $12,000 doesn't sound like a lot, compared to 140,000. And I'm sure this could be, I just kept saying during this, like, oh, this would be a really great opportunity for someone. But what I was asking Dave the next morning is like, or actually it's a few days later, it's like, there doesn't seem to be a screening process as to what your book is. And just any old fucking book and any old whatever writer gets this big boost from Jack Canfield, and it just like, I don't know, paying 5,000, or I'm sorry, $12,000 for that just sounds, I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. But anyway, let's get back to more important things. We have a few theme songs. So Blanca says, howdy. And let's find her theme song. Blanca, oh Blanca, thank you for showing up today. Yay! And Erica and Art are here, or some combination of those names. The creators of my beautiful theme song. Here you go. Art and Erica, Erica and Art. Thank you for joining us, doing your part.
Yeah.
Okay. Aw, my friend Patrick is here. Oh, hi Patrick. Oh, Patrick is my actor friend, and I love him. And I'll just say this to you, Patrick. You contacted me recently, and I was just in a really bad place. And I'm sorry I didn't chat you up more because I love when I get a Patrick drive by. Yeah. So anyway, and Patrick, I'm sorry I don't have a theme song for you. Yeah, and I'd be doing you a disservice to create one on the spot. So because these are really highly thought out theme songs, not. Anyway, but thank you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. So, oh, today's sponsor. Yeah, today's show is sponsored by where is it? Oh yeah, Sooner or Latte. It's a coffee house. This one's not that exciting, and not to be confused. No offense to my sponsor. It's not quite the shocker. I can't think of the right word right now. Um, the scandalous. That's what I was looking for. The scandalous sponsor from last week, the Bump and Grind, a gentleman's coffee house where if you mentioned Magic Mondays, you get a free shot of espresso and a mini lap dance. Anyway, and Sooner or Latte, yeah, they didn't offer any specials, so that's on them. Anyway, is there anything else I want to talk about? Okay, I whined about my book, Jack Canfield thing. Oh, well, we went and saw a play this weekend for the first time since before the pandemic, for sure. And it was really great. It was written by and performed by well, one of the characters wrote it. It's a play called Sharon, and the first name of the woman is Kiko, like Kiko Green, maybe. Um, I'm saying that just in case Patrick knows her because theater people all know each other, right? Um, yeah. And I thought it was really cool. It was very dark, like it said, and a little Hitchcockian. It was a comedy. Um, yeah. And it was kind of fun because we went to a matinee. It was in Old Town Sacramento. And I pointed out to Dave like that we were among the very youngest people. Um, and that's me at 57 and Dave at 61. Anyway, and as we so I we both really liked it. We're still talking about it, so that's a sign of a good show. Um, and as we were pulling out of the parking lot, we were stopped at a stop sign, and this quite old woman, uh, she was walking out into the parking lot, and as she was walking toward us, I could just tell she wanted to say something. She was looking at me, and I'm like, "Hi, did you like the show?" And she's like, "That was the stupidest show I've ever seen. It was so dumb." And I'm like, "Wow, I liked it." Um, yeah, it had a great soundtrack. And I wonder if they had to pay for all those songs because that ain't cheap. Anyway, so that was fun. And just to make it even better, and for us having a super cheap anniversary, um, the tickets were comped to us by one of Dave's patients, who was like the showrunner or whatever you call that for a play, like the whatever. Why am I trying to come up with words I don't know? Yeah, so that was really nice. And so to complete our big anniversary outing, um, we went to Burger Lounge and dropped 20 something dollars. That's right. So, then we came home and watched several episodes of Succession. Whew, that's a fun show. Yeah. So that being said, how about we bring Coop on? Um, because I don't know what else to say. Here we go. Ooh, ooh, we're catching up with Coop. We're catching up with Coop. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Coop.
Hey, everybody.
And just in case anybody doesn't know who the hell Coop is, he's one of my really good friends from way back in the day. I think we met uh, 87, 88. I
87.
started at Davis late 87, I
Like
think.
fall of 87, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
and
yeah.
Yvonne says, "Hiya, Coop."
Hey,
Uh,
hey, everybody else.
and I believe this is not about you, Coop, you and me. This is about me and Dave, that we are a class act. Thank
Yeah,
you.
happy anniversary. That's awesome.
Yeah. And just to finish this out, Burger Lounge is lit. That's for sure. And in case you're wondering, I got a turkey burger with grilled onions, and we got the half and half, which is half fries, half onion rings.
Oh,
And we got a shake. What's that?
this is a good idea because a lot of times I would like just a little bit of each, but rather yeah, half and half. That sounds really like a really good marketing idea.
Well, that's what makes Burger Lounge lit.
Yeah.
And they have this promotional shake right now for Pride Month, and it's blueberry. I'm not sure what blueberry has to do with anything, but it has like whipped cream on top and then like, rainbow sprinkles.
Okay.
And it's like such a rare occasion. Like we've been getting emails about this, and Dave has just been salivating over this like shake, and we got it, and I was like, I don't like it. I'm all about dairy, but it was like too rich, and I didn't like it. So he got
Okay.
me a great story. We don't indulge in a lot of sugar stuff, so it was kind of a big deal, and
Too
yeah,
much.
too much, yeah. Um, And Blanca says, slider, half and half, and shake. My feast time. Okay. I didn't know they had sliders. Anyway, but I've never been a slider person because I don't eat red meat. So I don't think they have turkey ones.
I, well, hopefully I'll make it down there sometime and I'll try it out because I have two uncles that live in San Diego.
Oh, yeah? What parts?
I don't know. They've lived in various parts.
Yeah, if you don't live here, you probably wouldn't know what part.
Yeah, I know that. Well, I remember visiting. By one point, one uncle lived on the beach somewhere, but before that, he lived out in Poway. You know where Poway is.
I lived in Poway.
But yeah, my uncle, he got married in San Diego, and we drove all over the place. I have no idea, but yeah, I don't know. I know where La Jolla and University City are.
Where I lost my virginity.
I know where El Cajon is.
Not the university, just La Jolla.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it's been a long time. Yeah, I remember really enjoying it down there last time I was there. So it was at Christmas time, actually. We played football in the street. It was 80 degrees. It was the best Christmas ever.
Yeah, I remember going swimming at my grandma's house on Christmas in the Valley in LA because I am a Valley girl for reals, like totally. So yay. So how was so you weren't with us last week. So how was your?
Yeah, 'cause I was on the way home. Yeah, it was a great visit. So you have to see. I went down to my parents' house, and Brock came up to my parents' house. So I got to hang with Brock. We ate an enormous amount of food and watched shows together and that kind of thing. And then left the dogs there and drove up to see Bria. I haven't been.
Did Brock go with you?
No.
Oh.
He had the.
Be a teenager.
Social obligation. He had I don't know some kind of gaming fest with his bro. He had to work. He's got a job up in some winery in the Santa Cruz Mountains. He works like Friday, Saturday, Sunday because when they're open for tastings, that kind of thing. He's like the busboy dishwasher guy. So
is he also does he like drink the leftovers?
I would be surprised. I would be surprised. I don't think he's especially because I think his mom works there too. I think she worked part time there.
Oh,
for free wine or something like that. So I don't know.
want a free wine?
I don't think that would be his style. Yeah. I know he did take a shot of tequila when he was in Mexico. They went on some like tequila distillery tour, and so he had a shot of tequila. So I know he's not like morally opposed to alcohol, but I don't know that he's the kind of guy that's seeking out the life on the edge adventure of teenage drinking.
How old is he now?
17.
Wow.
He's going to be 18 in January.
Why can't I think of when I first had a drink?
Yeah, I think I was 17. I think I was probably 17. I was like pretty conscious. I don't need that. I'm pure, and I was going to go in the military. I was going to do a bunch of, I don't know, but that is screw that. I'm going to party, and yeah, I like consciously like saw opportunities where I could be able to ingest different things. So I went off the rails pretty quick in about 4 months. But yeah, I was 17. I was yeah, but right about his age actually. So we'll see.
I was 18 when I first tried marijuana. For sure, I know that because it was right before graduation.
Yeah, but my birthday wasn't until like the end of May, so I was always one of the youngest in my class because I was near the end of the school year. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was 17 when I did that too. But yeah, I mean, even like 6 months before that, I was like, oh no, I don't need that. I remember people offering, "Oh, I'm about to get it. You can go ahead, but I don't need that. You obviously are defective in some way, and you do need it. You need that, but I don't need that."
I remember my driving with my dad once, and I was maybe 20, 21, maybe visiting from Davis or something, and talking about a party or something, and he's like, "What are you trying to escape from?"
Right?
And I don't think I told him to fuck off, but just like, "Fuck you." Like, so my dad, the story is he had like a beer or two at his own bachelor party and fell asleep. And my mom tried some champagne once at a wedding and threw up or almost threw up. So there was no alcohol. Like my parents were super, super sheltered um,
Okay. Sounds
growing
like it.
up, and which was kind of great for me and my brothers because I
Yeah,
think they just kind of didn't know what was out there. So we had like a lot of freedom. Um, Hence, I could spend the night at my boyfriend's house that I
yeah,
was having sex with. Yeah. Like I was a senior by that point, but yeah. Anyway, didn't know we'd be talking about me having sex so much.
let's change now.
We'll bring it up. Oh, and this back to Blanca. By the way, how long should my feast time be? I don't know what you mean, Blanca.
As long as necessary.
As long as necessary. Anybody else have any questions? Dave, oftentimes for questions, Dave will answer, like his stock answer is 1,000,006. And then when the last place we lived before where we live now, when that house went up for sale, I remember calling Dave. It was two houses, which are now being torn down, I think. But I remember calling him and saying like, "Hey, guess how much the house is for sale?" And he's like, 1.2 million. And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is like the one time you could actually use this." It was being sold for 1,000,006. Anyway, Patrick says, "Crap, I have to jump off. How rude. I love, 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 love you, Colleen, for president." The end. Thank you, Patrick. I love you too.
Thanks so
We'll
much.
have to chat one of these days. Yeah. So, yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I had a lovely trip up to Arcata.
Okay.
I think that I would like to move there or close to McKinleyville or
And
Eureka's a
that's
little
Humboldt
scummy.
area, right?
Pardon me?
That's Humboldt area, right?
Yes. Humboldt County. I guess I had never been up there like since I was like maybe 10 or 11. We took a family trip up in our huge boat Ford LTD car. And I got sick in the back because I couldn't even see out the windows. And
Oh, Parsec.
we drove from Reading to Eureka, and it's pretty windy. And anyway, so I had been there, and just the scenery. I mean, I was blown away. We went down to the beach, we went into town. Yeah, I just it's surrounded by farms and cows and stuff, and me and her boyfriend went up into the hills and on this farmer's property, or that he lets people go shooting on. So we went and there's like old junk cars and TVs and blenders.
Oh, so there's things you can shoot at.
Yeah. So that was fun because I'm used to just shooting at paper. So it was fun to get things to spin around or make it actually move. So that was fun. And to shoot farther than I'd be able to shoot because I was shooting indoors in the city, obviously.
Right.
So that was fun. And actually on the way, he had just gotten a bow. And so we wanted to go for bow hunting, and he's this wildlife conservation management guy. But so he got in the back seat with his bow just in case, and he saw turkeys, and he ran down the hill, and he came back up and said, "No, we had to drive down." We drove down, continued down the hill on the road. He hopped out and he ran into the trees, and he came back like 5 minutes later with a 35-pound turkey. And then we had it for dinner. He went home and cleaned it. It was so good.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's honest. I mean, I would eat turkey that was however it was farm raised and killed, and I mean I try to buy the most ethically humane meat, but I guess
he had a good long life, and
yeah.
I'm sure there are lots of little tricklets out there that have his cheese in it. And but yeah, he was really tasty. It was good, and it was like an amazing shot with it. He had never, it was a pretty amazing shot.
Wow.
So yeah, and then to like actually that'd be my thing is like I could see if I had to, if the supermarket was out of food, I would go hunting. That would make me, because I'd be worried if I hunted now, I like bring it home and it would sit in my freezer for get freezer burn. I never would eat it, and that'd be a waste.
Protective ice. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I think if you're gonna, if it's like from field to table, that's pretty. Yeah, he was gonna
Yeah, that's honest.
use all parts of it, and yeah, wasn't gonna like sell it or no, it was good.
Oh, wild. Well,
It was pretty wild. So yeah, but it's my thing, but just the rocks and the scenery, the beaches. It was really
Bria's good?
Pardon me?
Bria's good?
Yeah, she seems really great. I could see you see like from her living room, you can see the building that she works in. It's like a 4-minute walk to work. It's really like literally one block off campus. So she likes her roommates, and yeah, she really likes her life right now.
Nice.
So yeah, so she's really happy.
Well,
And,
yay, Bria.
yeah, so that was, and then and I just had a really nice. I'm not a good driver with other people on the road usually, but for some reason I was able to just relax and slow down and not be in such a rush. I mean, the hills and the trees, and I mean, it was just so beautiful up there. I just felt like I could just slow down and just the whole, so I could see myself ending. It's cheaper than Mendocino. I've been wanting to head up Mendocino way for a while, but it's just that much closer to the Bay Area, so there's just that much more demand for housing, and it's that much more expensive. So, but yeah, I can see myself heading that way. There's a hospital in Eureka, so just in case.
Okay. Well, good.
But yeah. So I don't go out much, so it was a pretty big epic thing for me. It built up in my mind it was going to be such a huge struggle to drive and get there, but it really wasn't. And so I'm going to go up more often. I'm supposed to go back to go bear hunting in August. There's like way too many bears.
What?
They're killing all the trees and eating the garbage, and then they're dying of starvation. So we're going to go hunt some bears.
You would kill a bear?
Yeah. Not just any bear.
Crickets. What?
Not just any bear.
So not Yogi or Boo Boo?
I would be very thankful. I would even probably do like I don't know if I'd eat his heart afterwards, but I definitely have a ceremony for him. I'd be very, grateful and respectful, and I don't know. But yeah, I think that in the absence of any other, there's nobody else to keep them in check population-wise except us. So, and they're doing lots of damage to people's houses and to themselves, and getting hit by cars, and there's too many of them. It can be a problem. So there's no the only way else to do it is to let them die of disease or by starvation.
Well, so Yvonne says we have lots of bears this year in downtown at night. Wow, that's wild. Well, I have respect for whatever needs to be done, but when you do that, I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Man, that used to be one of my screening tests for anybody I dated. Do you hunt?
Oh, they hunt.
Or do you do drugs? Well, then I kind of go to that. Well, I do draw the line at drugs, marijuana. That's the line. Tried coke a few times. Just made me hungry and tired like pot. So yeah, mama loves. Yeah. But of course, Koop, if you do it, I'm sure I'm going to fucking want to know about it anyway, even though I just drew that line of.
Well, I'm just worried that if I do it, I want it to be done quick. I don't want him to be like running around the woods,
Oh my God. Well, thorough. How about thorough and quickly?
Ethically.
So you never watched Barry, right? Anybody watch Barry on HBO? Woo, we finally just.
Oh no, I haven't. I pretty much aware of the whole synopsis. In the main character.
Last episode is named Wow, and they weren't kidding. Anyway, so that being said, now that we've covered lots of important subjects, how about we do some magic?
Yes, please.
And Coop, as I've told you before, with the whole gun thing, like you really do help me see things from a different perspective. And I know where your heart is with all of it. And I know you're not just like, I'm gonna shoot things to have fun killing things. And um,
No, I really rather not actually. I mean, in fact, I didn't at first. I said no, but as I saw and heard about all the problems with having so many bears, I kind of like, Jesus, this needs to be done. And if not, I'd rather be me than some drunk local. Yeah, shooting all drunk, and you want it again. You want it to be done quickly and you know without paying for the bear and not be all just exactly compassionate.
compassion.
So so yeah, I'd rather be me than someone else not caring that takes the bear. So
Yeah, me too. Okay. Well, thank you. You've loosened me up on
yeah,
another subject.
no, we saw quite a few actually. I mean, they're just out. I mean, out in the day. It's pretty amazing. So
Woo! Wow, that's fascinating.
yeah,
Well, I was gonna ask you something else, and it just came in and went right back out. Well,
okay,
how
so
about we do some magic? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So I'm starting this experiment, and I'm just throwing it out there to anybody watching now or in the future. If you have any interest in this, send me a message. And I hope you don't mind me mentioning Blanca, but Pam, who may or may not be watching right now, because she doesn't always poke her head in. But poke her head in. Um, yeah. So Pam, Blanca, and I are going to have a little pendulum play group today. Um, yeah, and we the first one we did, which is me and Pam last week, and it was really kind of great because I want to help people, women specifically, probably, um, get more accustomed to using their pendulums and the questions to ask, and ways to. What I often hear from people is when I ask to use a pendulum, they're like, "I try, but it doesn't work for me," or "It stopped working," and then it's just like fuck it, they just give up. Um, yeah, and so that's what this group is about. So if anybody has any interest in that, we're going to do every Monday at 4 Pacific time, for a while anyway. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so let me know if you have any interest. And Blanca also says, thank you for sharing. And
the bears are always about. I wear a little bear around my neck. It's kind of like been my animal totem for a long time. So yeah, so my first reaction was no, I don't want to kill bears. Why would I want to kill bears? But it's like and I have since seen what happens to them if they don't have enough. It takes a long time for a bear to die of starvation, like a long time. So and so even like Bria's house, it's a block out campus. Her garbage was all the garbage cans. Everything was all over the yard, and they had eaten trash, and I don't know. You can't. That's kind of untenable. So people are going to get frustrated and hurt the bears. So yeah.
yeah, okay, well, that does sound like this hunting thing might be the compassionate thing.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, like, well, yeah, they're like the early hunters. I mean, they didn't want to kill the bad, beautiful deer, but man, they're hungry. So you get a sense of guilt over it, and that's why a lot of at least Joseph Campbell thought maybe that was one of the initial impetuses for religion and for asking for forgiveness or being grateful and doing that kind of thing in a ritualistic way, is to get over that guilt of killing that beautiful animal. So yeah, I don't really think I want to do it, but
Well, now that we're talking about this so much, I want to see what bears represent in my book. Not my book. Did I mention I've written a book? Drink. So 57. I just wanted to see what it says. Bear is about introspection. Introspection. Okay.
that kind of explains my whole life lately, or had most of my life.
And it also talks about each and every being has the capacity to quiet the mind, enter the silence, and know. All right. All right. All right. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Yeah, and it's funny, as we were driving down to San Diego, on Saturday, there was some business that was, like, had a big old California flag. And it's like, "Oh, yeah, there's a big old bear in it." And, like, I never look at the flag. Like, why would I? Just because I live here for 57 years. Um, yeah, there's a big old bear on it.
Yeah, there's no more of that was a California brown bear. There's no more of that particular bear. They're extinct now.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow. Oh. Wah,
I
wah.
remember from Boy Scout days. That's what I was told.
Wow.
Pre-internet, remember all the things you heard before the internet. You hear all the stories you heard when you were a kid, and there was really no way of checking or any all the urban legends we had when we were kids. Oh, it's just so funny.
Love Debbie Downer so much. Oh, yeah, and wow, and Blanca says the Cali bear is extinct, like you just said. And she says they go looking for the junk fat waste in towns.
I
Okay.
bet, yeah. This high
Oh,
concentrations of calories. Yeah.
oh, poor bears. Okay, well let's cheer things up now and let's do a little energy magic for the group. Um All right. So let's start with a grounding. So if you're playing along, let's pick a chakra. Let's go from our hearts. So, and the color is green, I think. I have to think of it every fucking time, but I'm pretty sure it's green. Anyway, whatever. If you want purple, use purple. So close your eyes unless you're driving and picture your heart space, that green, beautiful light expanding out through your energy field, your town, county, state, country, continent, planet, out into the far reaches of the universe. We're going to dip down into beautiful Mother Earth Gaia and bring up some of her grounding, beautiful, supportive energy. And we're going to open up our crown chakras and allow in the cosmic energy to infiltrate. And I don't know, infiltrate, is that the right word? Who cares? And it's going to meet up with Gaia energy, and we're going to create an interface. We're an interface between heaven and earth. Wow, that was smooth. Okay, no one's going to accuse me of being too smooth ever. Okay, so that being said, all right, so let's put it out there. If there are any stuck souls, meaning dead people that are ready to move on to the light, this is your chance. And let's see if Jesus, my number one escort, dead person escort guy. So are there any dead people that are ready to move on to the light? And this is for anybody watching now or in the future. Magic is cool that way. So, all right. So there are some dead people. Okay. Would Jesus be our best escort? Jesus, are you ready to take them home? Okay, that's a yes. So let's hold space and give Jesus a moment. Okay. All right. So Jesus, have you successfully taken these dead people to the light? The ones that were ready? No questions asked. Okay. So it's safe and appropriate to do some energy work for the group today? Yes. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is on my master menu. Yeah. This is in column A. No. Column B. No. Okay. So this is an incarnation issue. No. This is a supported optimism infusion upgrade. Yep. Okay, cool. Those are words from my guides if they sound a little weird. But that's the vibe of it. So am I going to be the one to do it today? I'm not. Okay. Is somebody else going to come through? Yeah. Do they want to test through me? Yeah. Okay, my name is Colleen. Nope. Okay, I'm testing as someone else. Yes. This is a human on the planet. Nope. This is somebody in non-physical. Yes. Okay, it's one of these guys? No. It's one of these guys? Yes. Okay, that's an ascended master in my little system here. Okay, this is a female ascended master. No, this is a male ascended master. Yes. Okay. This is somebody I know. Yes. Okay, is this Jesus? No. Buddha? Okay, I get a yes on Buddha. Lao Tzu? No. Osiris? No. Okay. So Buddha. Okay, Buddha, you come from the light, come from the light, come from the light. Yes, come from the dark, come from the dark, come from the dark. Nope. Okay, Buddha, are you ready to do this supported optimism infusion upgrade for the group watching now and in the future? Yep. This is safe and appropriate from the light for all of us. Yep. Okay, Buddha, do your thing. Okay. So, and I'm just going to share this real quick. When I was like, when it was leading up to like just waiting, I knew it was going to be a matter of minutes or hours till I got my edits. I was just so like, "Ugh," on edge. And it happened at like she gave me a range of like, oh, it's going to either happen Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And it happened like Wednesday, yeah. And I was just like, ugh, for a week. Yeah, and I ended up doing a meditation on, it's called Insight Timer is the app, and it's got all kinds of guided meditations or timers or whatever. Um, and I did one for just to clear my mind, my like, oh, my busy mind, and it was so good. It's a free service, but I ended up tipping this guy who did it like $10 because it was just so helpful. And ultimately, what I got from it is when you're sitting eyes closed and you're meditating and you're trying to have just a clear mind, of course, thoughts are going to come through. And there's so many different methods to do this. But I really found it useful. What he was talking about, let's see if I can say it well, is basically when you have a thought, put a label on it. And it could be, I could be thinking like it's not safe for me to write this book. It's not safe for me to put this out there. Wow, tears are right there. Woo! But I can label that fucked up thought and let it go. Or that's just an idea. Or this is a worthless thought that's coming from Shitsville, whatever. Wow, those are some great labels. You can use those if you want. But I just thought I would share that because I know I'm not the only one who has fucked up thoughts who hold me back. They hold me back and they create lots of turbulence in here, in my noggin. So I just got so much relief from that, and it made the rest of my waiting time a lot easier. And when I was feeling crazy, I just put a label on it and let it just, yeah. Anyway, so I thought I'd share that. So, have we successfully released dead people to the light? Yay! Thanks, Jesus. Okay, so is there something else we can do energy work wise for the group watching now or in the future? Yep. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row? No. Okay. In row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. Okay, that takes us to, as I probably always say it, one of my very favorite things that ever shows up because I've gotten so much relief from it. Um, your results may vary, just so you know. But atrophied emotions. So something happens and a part of us gets kind of shut down and we don't have as much access to the specific emotions. For my first one that showed up after I got this idea was joy. And I shit you not, ever since I cleaned that up, I can accept compliments, among other things. And I can sit with feeling better because I keep feeling better. And the more I feel better, it always takes work to acclimate to feeling better. I know that sounds fucking weird. But when you're kind of under this like certain vibe forever, and then you level up and it feels better, but it doesn't feel normal, at least for me. Anyway, so that being said, let's go to my emotion charts. And yeah, so when it shows up as an atrophied emotion, it shows up in one of two ways, either a frozen negative emotion that's different than a trapped emotion for some reason, or it can be a positive atrophied emotion. Yeah, so let's see what it is for the group today. This is a frozen negative emotion. It sure is. This is an atrophied positive emotion. Nope. Okay. All right. My first frozen emotion was anger. And when it showed up, I didn't think, I remember when it showed up, I said out loud, no. I was so in the middle of so much fucking anger. I literally didn't think I could take anymore, but I had to tell myself and kind of laugh like, okay, I go where I'm led. That's part of my magic. And sure enough, well, it did the trick and I snapped out of hours of anger. Um, Anywho, so that being said, so this frozen negative emotions in column A, yep, in an odd numbered row, nope, okay. This is in row 2, 4. Okay, our winner is feeling unsupported. I feel like that's shown up before. Maybe it was for a trapped emotion. Who cares? Yeah, so frozen energy of feeling unsupported. So is there anything we need to know about this before we clean it up? No, it's safe and appropriate to defrost this frozen energy of unsupported for whoever needs it. Yep. So we can reintegrate that energy into our beings and it's no longer lurking in the background, leaking its poison. Yep. So it's safe and appropriate to take care of this now. Yep. Okay, so what I use for those is a bypass circuitry. Okay, so and just a reminder, bypass circuitries are pattern disruptors handled by Mother Earth Gaia. So let's see the name that resonates. So this bypass circuitry is in column A, no. Column B, yes. In an odd numbered row, yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, our winner is Transformational Awakening. Can I get a fuck yeah? Okay, so and I just bit the side of my tongue. How does that happen? So that being said, now that we've covered all that, Transformational Awakening. So Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of or this frozen energy of unsupported for all of us who need it, watching now and in the future? Yep. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. So I'm just going to sit quietly and hold space for Gaia to do her thing. Okay. So Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this frozen energy of unsupported for the group? Yep. Thank you, Gaia. You're awesome. And by the way, those words that I like, blah, 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 which I have written down because I am sharing this chart in my book for anybody who wants to play with it. Man, it comes in so handy. Oh my gosh. And the words, Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of whatever we're shifting? Those were all words that came through from my guides. Like, that is not something I would just like, I'm going to say this. No, none of this is. So, just in case you're wondering, yeah. Okay. So we're complete with that frozen energy of unsupported. Yes. Okay. Is there something else energetic to do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Again, I say yes. Okay. This is in row 1. Yes. 3, 5, no. Okay. So that takes us to negative portals. Yeah, or some kind of an energetic leak to Shittsville, USA. Like it's a connection or yeah, a connection. I like energetic leaks. We'll just go with that. In other words, no matter what the name of the portal is, it might sound happy. It's not. If it sounds happy, the portal is preventing the happy part. It's not good. You don't want it. So this is a dimensional spiral portal. No, this is a regular old seal 'em up portal. Yep. Okay, so this is in column A. No, column B. Yes. C, D. No. Okay, so this is in an odd numbered row. No. Is it an even numbered row? Oh. Okay, this is in row 2. 4. Okay, 4. Ooh, mega portal. Dun dun dun. Okay, mega portal. Okay, so this mega portal is ready to be sealed up for whoever needs it, watching now or in the future. Yep, this is safe and appropriate from the light to go ahead and seal this up. Yep, are we ready? We are. So give me a moment. Okay, so have we successfully sealed up this mega portal for whoever needs it? Yes. And just a fun fact, whenever it comes up as a mega portal, I always have just some kind of weird little picture in my mind of well, I keep in mind, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Did anybody ever watch Buffy?
Yes.
The show? And they were like their school was on the Hellmouth, like or Sunnydale was, like, located on the Hellmouth. Yeah. Anyway, good one, Colleen. Alright, so, is there anything else we can do in our few minutes left today? Yes. Okay, this is on my master menu. This is in column A. No. Column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. No. 3, 5, 7. Okay, so there's some curse energy that needs to be cleaned up for somebody today. No. There's a spell that needs to be broken. Ooh, okay. Spell is what resonates. Okay. The spell, for whoever needs it, watching now or in the future, the spell is ready and willing. It's safe and appropriate to break the spell. I'm the one to do it. Yep. And it's safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. Have we successfully broken this spell? Yep. Awesome. Man, something happened yesterday. Dave and I needed to go to Costco. So we were on our way there, and it's just a few minutes drive. And I told him, like, I was leaning over on the door, like I'm overwhelmingly tired. Like, what is happening? Sure, we had a big day out of going to a play the day before and went to Burger Lounge, um, but nothing that would warrant me that being that tired. Like, come on. And then after getting a good night's sleep, and yeah. Uh, and so every time we were at a stoplight, Dave was driving, and so I'd, put my arm out and he would muscle test me. And ultimately, I wasn't testing as me, I was testing as one of my guides, who I call Team 456. I get that they're inner earth beings. Do with that what you will. They come from the light. Um, and they needed what even needed to happen? Oh yeah, they needed some work, as did Dave and I. And what resonated was ancient magic. So just in the car on the drive, did some ancient magic, and then I started feeling awake again. And Dave was feeling a little off too, and he was feeling better as well.
And how
So
how did they and they work for them too? You're
well, I asked if everybody got what they needed, so
well
if
good.
that's what you're asking. Of course, I wanna make sure everyone wins, always. Uh, yeah, but it's just well, what my book is saying over and over and over is how fucking magical it is to be feeling a certain way. I mean, that was a light example, so I was tired, but it was overwhelming. Like the thought of walking around Costco just kind of felt like I literally could have just fallen asleep right there. Um, like in a moment. I'm a fast go to sleeper. But it's just so amazing to discover your magic and start utilizing it like at any moment. Um, yeah, and if you use a pendulum, it's such an easy thing to carry around. Um, yeah. You can use muscle testing, you can use whatever else, but this is just like the easiest, and it's pretty much always with me. Anyway, blah blah blah. It's 11:59. But let's see. Is there anything else to do for the group today? Okay, let's do one more thing. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. Column B. No. Okay. This is an incarnation issue. Supported optimism and fusion. Heart secret. Disabled ambition. No. Okay. My name is Colleen. No. I'm testing as someone else. I am. Okay, I'm testing as one of these guys, one of these guys. Okay, so another ascended master. This is a male ascended master. No, this is a female ascended master. Yes, okay. This is Lakshmi. Oh, yay. Sekhmet, Kuan Yin, White Cap Buffalo Woman. No. Okay, Lakshmi. So Lakshmi, I'm sure there's a lot more to Lakshmi than what I'm going to say, but goddess of abundance, etc. Yeah. So Lakshmi, you have something for the group? Yeah, she does. That's a fuck yeah if I ever saw one. Okay, this is something on my master menu. No. So this is a Lakshmi specific. Yes. And Lakshmi, you come from the light, come from the light, come from the light. Yes, you come from the dark, come from the dark, come from the dark. No. Okay. So is this regarding abundance? Oh, okay, it is. Okay. And this is for the group watching now and in the future. Yep. And this is safe and appropriate from the light for all of us. Yep. Are you ready, Lakshmi? Yep. Okay. If you're playing, just relax and receive from beautiful Lakshmi. Okay. So Lakshmi, have you completed what you had for us today? Thank you. Are we complete? Yes. Thanks, Lakshmi. My name is Colleen. All right. Is that a good place to stop for today? It is. So thank you for watching now or in the future. I really appreciate you all. And Koop, any final words?
I guess not.
Okay.
I should have something good, but you caught me flat-footed here. So no, I hope everybody has a great week. It's
Me too.
I don't know. It's beautiful here. It really is.
It's getting sunnier here. It's less June gloomy, so that's nice.
Yeah. I get they're putting in landscaping. They took out the ratted up, torn up grass. They're putting in all this like low flow foliage out front. So yeah, it's the tree. They trim the trees. There's a lot more sunlight coming in here. Yeah. I don't know.
Nice.
So
I'm all about the sunlight and the fact it's less June gloomy. I'm really grateful.
Yeah, no, it's brighter in here. So yeah, no, I'm doing good.
Well, cool. Well, hopefully we'll both see you next week. And I love you all. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
And let's see if I can once again dismount. If I can line it up my song with the dismount. Wish me luck. Thanks, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
You're magic, magic. We're magic. Magic Mondays with Koop.